This is News 4 Nashville.
A catastrophic scene last August, deadly floodwaters rushing through Waverly. More than a dozen killed, hundreds of homes destroyed. A disaster the community hopes to never see again.
Tonight, a highly anticipated town hall meeting in Waverly. Federal and state agencies talking with people impacted by those deadly floods last August.
Now that meeting just got underway. News 4's Michael Warwick is live there in Waverly. Michael, this is a meeting the mayor wants a lot of people to show up for.
That's right. In fact, he wrote in a letter that this is possibly the most important meeting about solutions to the town's flooding since that catastrophic flood last August. I want to show you for yourself the large crowd. There is not an open seat in this church as that town hall meeting is expected to get underway any second now. It was scheduled to start at 6 o'clock, but there is a huge audience for this meeting. You may remember, of course, how could you not? 20 people died in that flood last August. Hundreds of homes were destroyed in that flooding. And tonight, people who live here will hear from multiple state and federal agencies about how they're trying to help people recover, as well as projects underway to better understand what happened. I can hear them getting underway right now. We are at the First Baptist Church of Waverly. Again, that meeting scheduled to start as we speak. We'll have a full recap tonight at 10 o'clock. Back to you.
All right, we are so eager to hear it. Michael Warwick, thank you. I know you were out there, as all of us were, right, in Waverly, covering all of this. Eager to hear it. And again, the meeting follows a series of investigations by News 4 that uncovered where the surge of water came from that day. Chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley reports there's plenty of outrage and questions if it could have been avoided.
Surveillance videos captured it happening. Within 12 minutes, flooding turned into a surge.
Like a dam broke, it just rose. It rose quickly, and maybe a dam breaking would be a sudden rush, but it was a quick rise of water in town.
So how did that happen? Yes, 17 inches of rain fell, but flood victims describe it as alarmingly fast. Drone 4 discovered on the day of the flood, Trace Creek was swollen with 17 inches of rain, held back only by the railroad, acting as a kind of levee, until it broke. Look, in 2 sections, water rushed through, leaving only the railroad itself standing.
And it just rose so quickly.
Next, News 4 Investigates uncovered that county officials knew the creek would likely flood. Look at this. 10 years earlier, a report commissioned by Humphreys County officials identified that creek was one of the local hazards for potential deadly flooding. The creek has long been clogged by vegetation and gravel, making it prone to flooding. But look, the report reads, no action was ever taken.
There will be people that say, you knew that this was going to happen. You knew that this could be this bad. Why didn't you clear that creek?
There are a lot of factors that have impeded any progress toward what we know is the major cause of this chronic flooding.
The county claims TDEC's permits were too restrictive to make much of a difference. Whatever prompted the flood is now part of a $450 million lawsuit against CSX Railroad, with attorneys saying the company knew the water was rising behind the tracks and failed to warn the town. Jeremy Finley, News 4 Investigates.
Now, we will continue to bring you the latest on recovery from the Waverly floods. Go to our website, WSMV.com, and our News 4 app to find our previous stories. We'll also send you alerts for major updates. We're also